Do you know, it's been a long time for multiple things, right? It's been a long time since I've made my last video. I'm sorry about that. But it's also been a very, very, very long time since Matt Camelly blessed us with his last game. And he's back at it. He's blessed us with this brand new one. Transport for Seaford, the game which he's been hyping up the entire world. It's hyped for this. I kid you not, the entire world. His previous game didn't go down too well, let's just say. So I'm wondering, in the space of just over 2 years, how much could he have improved? Because it's been 2 years, a lot's happened in those 2 years, and I'm interested. Let's see what you've done, bro. Right, so let's go over this fantastic game. So the game looks much higher quality than what we had before, although the trains are still quite blocky, but so what, they have more character than they did before. There is one line which you can pick. I don't think you can drive, I think it's just automatic. I read that. And there's 3 stations, but a lot of them have multiple entrances, so there's 5 different teleport points. One thing which did confuse me is on the developer page, Julio's stuff is there. And having spoken to the guy basically every day, I can probably confirm that he has not been working on this game at all. So I don't know why he's there. Anyways, I'm hyped up by this, these beautiful graphics, so let's play the game. Alright, we're starting in the core at Circus Street, and surrounding us is this beautiful architecture, as you can see. It really does remind me of the London skyline. I do appreciate, though, how this guy's actually built like a full-on transport depot. This looks quite cool, and this building looks fairly high quality, actually, so I'm actually pretty impressed with this, and there seems to be a lot of stuff in there, so that looks quite good, and I like the look of that, and this car park looks good as well. Look at that building down there, this one doesn't have the window tax, wow. See, Matt, it's stuff like this which makes me hopeful, because this looks good. This is a well-made building, and I'm sure you actually spent quite a bit of time on this one, and I appreciate it. It's come out well, it fits in the game, and it looks nice. Now, if you were to do that with more buildings, say by like unioning these parts together, or making it like a mesh or something, or just like adding images for windows, it would really improve the look of the game, and that's a simple step to make, and it doesn't really cost anything. So if you want to make your game just look better on the surface, I'd recommend doing that. Just a quick simple step to do. One thing I am noticing about a lot of these games though is the lack of shadows. Where are they? Where are the shadows? I mean, you don't really see any. And I've spoken to Matt about this, and he said that he just doesn't really like the Roblox lighting, and it's a fair point. Like, you know, you have to mess around with it a bit, and if you don't understand it, it can become quite daunting. But it would look better than having no shadows at all. So just for the reference, I'd say probably just mess around with different lightings like point lights, spotlights, surface lights, and all stuff like that, and just change the color, change the brightness, change everything, and just see what like suits you the best, and then pick out what looks best. Anyways, let's explore the stations, because this is the main aspect of the game. Right, so we've got these ticket machines where the green button seems to be like floating. That's alright though. I do like how these look though. I think they look good, and I like the text. I think these look pretty decent. I also like how much better these look compared to the old ticket barriers. These actually look quite decent. I quite like the way these look. And we've also got just more assets than we did before. Like, we actually have like lifts and escalators now, which I appreciate, and we have more signage than we did before. So yeah, the whole game looks much better than his previous ones. I also appreciate how the escalator does actually work, like it does actually bring you down. Now, many games I played don't actually have stuff like this, so I appreciate seeing this because it just really improves the game. I'm now finally down on platform level, where there still seems to be no shadows at all, but alright. The signage looks pretty good though, I'm happy with that. And I like the detail he's put into the stations, because these look much better than his previous ones did. He's actually like put work into making the stations look like they actually have character, they actually have a curved shape now. They have like benches and stuff. These help points, these look quite good as well actually. But yeah, look at that, it's like a full on image. You can do that with more, if you just did that with more assets, the game would look awesome. But yeah, I feel like this is quite good and he's come a long way. It's just that, you know, the lack of lighting. Oh, there's a train over there. Oh wow. These have nice sounds actually. I'm going to turn on the sound so you can hear it.
Circus Street, Exit 4, Circus Gardens, and UK Train Network Museum. All change, please.
Yeah, see, they got announcements. That's pretty cool. Oh. Okay. Right, regardless on what you think about this pirate livery, at least he's actually gone to the effort of making
This
one.
station is
Matt doesn't
Circus
seem to be
Street,
pleased with one.
Exit 4, Circus
To be
Gardens,
fair, I
and
mean,
UK Train
he's made one,
Network
but
Museum.
it's not really that necessary. The
This
announcements
is a
aren't that bad, to
Westward
be
Line
fair.
train.
Oh. Okay. Well, at least he's gone to the effort of making liveries. I mean, they don't look fabulous, but it's more than nothing. Alright. Let's leave him with great speed. Trains looking wider than Irish trains. There are quite a few like build imperfections. You might be able to see this like crease at the top of the screen. That's a bit annoying me. I mean, the build quality ain't fantastic. The thing I do respect though is the scripting on this. The scripting is really good and like the sound design and stuff. So I feel like Matt has a lot of potential with stuff like
Your
this.
attention, please.
But
there are some train
build quality, I think
cancellations
you
due to
could
a train
learn,
fault.
and I think
We
there's a few simple
apologise
things you
for
could
any
do to really,
inconvenience
really
caused.
improve the game. Just embrace them and just do them more, and I think it could come out really nicely, actually. Oh, another train.
To Somerset Road. Please stand back from the platform edge.
The round looks fine, if you ask me. It's slightly rectangular on this, though, when it's square on
This
this one.
station
Let's try and-
This station
Okay, let's
is
see the trains. Okay.
Circus Street,
Right,
Exit
right,
4,
right, right.
Circus Gardens,
I mean,
and UK
the livery is
Train Network
fairly
Museum.
plain. Oh no, not the livery, the interior. And it's
This
quite
is a
blocky.
Westward Line
But, you know,
train terminating
it looks
at
better than his previous
Somerset
attempts.
Road.
It's not bad, to be fair. This looks like it's breaking. Alright, okay. I'm at West Bank now, which, I'll be real, the lack of lighting and, like, no textures on this really does not help the way it looks. It looks... You could think, like, there's no wall here, and it's just, like, the sky. And then it just looks quite plain. Like, it's probably the lighting which makes it look worse like that. If you added lighting, it would look so much less plain. Maybe make them slightly less
This is a
blocky as well.
Westward
You could, like,
Line
introduce
train
new fleets over
terminating
time,
at
or update
Somerset
the fleet to make it
Road.
look better. Because, as Matt's been saying over here, not Matt Camelly, this different Matt. He's been saying that the trains are quite square, and they have all looked very similar. I actually quite like these train sounds as well. Like, this is good. You can actually think you're on the tube right now. It's just the lack of lighting really doesn't help with the vibe. Like, look, you could think there's just no ceiling. You could think you're just looking up into the sky right now. Then look, this is all I can see if I look up. Oh, whoa, look at this. Station closed, 10 miles an hour. Got some lore. The game is well scripted though. I like also like the scrolling destination boards. Oh, I'll tell you what, this station looks alright. Alright. This looks good. This looks quite good. Yeah, I agree. I can see a lot more effort that's been put into this. I just feel like if you spent more time like modeling certain assets of the game, like stations and like buildings, and like working on lighting and trying to perfect them and adding as much detail as possible, you could make such a better game. But like, you know, it's all about time management, I suppose. This is good though. I actually like this quite a lot. This is something you probably expect, you know, from a lot of games. Like, I've seen, like, you know, the automatic London Underground game? This is, like, rivaler than this. So I actually quite like this. I think this looks good. Like I said, though, just the basic adding of, like, shadows and lighting. Like, the only shadow here is me and Matt's shadow. If you added more shadows and more lighting, this place would look so much better. I cannot express that. Maybe, like, add a curve shape to the ceiling here. That would look kind of nice. It's just the lack of textures and like the lack of lighting just makes everything look like quite plain. And then this looks really half-hearted. Yeah, you see, this is kind of what we mean when, like, you know, if you were to focus the development of the game on more aspects, like you put more time into making like a really detailed, advanced-looking station model instead of just getting a block, it would look a lot better. Like, these houses look alright because you've actually like added shape and texture. But because this is just a block, it feels very plain and very lackluster. But if it had more, like, parts sticking out of it and had more, like, different colours and different materials and stuff, it would look a lot better. And I feel like that's not a difficult thing to do. It just requires more time. So if you put more time into this, I could not tell you how much better the game would look. One thing I have noticed around the game is these bus stops. Now, apart from them being a bit too small if you made them larger, I really like the models of these. I think these look really good. I like the shape on them. Alright, well, that was Seaford Metro, and considering the massive amount of hype this got, I am